Charges are possible after a viral online post accused a state trooper of sexual assault. Newly released BodyCam video clears him of the crime, and tonight social media is changing its tune.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how this woman said that this cop kidnapped her and did unthinkable things to her during a traffic stop. And the only thing that saved this cop was that the woman didn't know he was recording everything on his body camera.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Z-Gambit.
This is Sharita Dixon Cole, a 37-year-old woman from Grapevine, Texas. Now, on May 20th, 2018, at about 1:30 in the morning, Trooper Daniel Hubbard observed Dixon Cole's vehicle traveling southbound on the interstate. Now, she was driving erratically, so he suspected that she may be driving under the influence and pulled her over.
1:30 Sunday morning, the state trooper pulled over Sharita Dixon Cole on suspicion of drunken driving. She tells the trooper she's coming from downtown Dallas, where she only had one drink, and she's driving to her fiance's house in Waxahachie. During a field sobriety test, the trooper pours out 2 bottles of alcohol he found in her back seat. He places Cole under arrest and asks her to sit in the front seat of his patrol vehicle.
So just to set the story set, this woman, Sharita Cole Dixon, was driving and was drunk. And then this trooper came in, who is Daniel Hubbard, who told her to do the sobriety test, and she failed, which means she was drinking. Actually, she was caught for that. And he detained her and arrested her. Then afterwards, the story changed in that she claimed that he assaulted her while he was trying to detain her and trying to use favors, to say sexual favors, saying, if you would do this for me, then I will let you go. Then the story took a turn when Sean King actually published it on his status. And Sean King has over 1 million subscribers and followers, and therefore the story took a turn at this moment. And let's continue watching and see how things changed from here.
Hours after her arrest, well-known civil rights activist Sean King wrote on Facebook and Twitter, this woman was kidnapped and raped by a Texas state trooper. King included a detailed explanation of the claims as explained by Cole and her attorney Lee Merritt.
Now, after Sean King made his post, the story went crazy. Here it is in some newspapers: black woman reportedly kidnapped, blanked by white cop during traffic stop. Now, to be fair to Sean King, he didn't just make this up. He got it from Sharita Dixon and her attorney. So now, the stage is set. You got a beautiful black woman, and you have her saying that this white racist cop did unspeakable things like kidnap her during a traffic stop in Ruby Red, Texas.
And luckily in this case, as you see, the stage is set as you've seen, but the problem is in this case is that if there was no evidence whatsoever, things would have taken a very, very wrong turn in this case. But luckily for the cop, there was a body cam that Sharika did not actually think about. And that is the only indication that he got. But without actually talking about it that much, let's just go into the story and you watch and see everything that I'm talking about in the story itself. So let's go.
Recently, a woman by the name of Sharita Dixon Cole, who's 37 years old, got arrested for drinking and driving in the state of Texas. Now, after she got arrested, she hired an attorney and alleged that the individual who arrested her, who works with the Texas Department of Public Safety, assaulted her, sexually assaulted her during the arrest. She claimed that the trooper repeatedly told her he would let her go in exchange for sexual favors. When she said no, she claimed the trooper sexually assaulted her, and that's according to her to a statement from her attorney on Monday. Well, now we have some evidence of what really happened. Luckily, there was body camera footage that showed the entirety of the arrest, and the cops decided to release 2 hours of that footage, unedited, to show us what really happened. And it turns out that she lied. Now, we're not going to show you the 2-hour footage, but we're going to show you a snippet of it. Take a look.
How much alcohol have you consumed this evening?
One, true.
Just one? What was it?
Vodka, pineapple.
Okay. Thank you. I also see there's a couple of containers of alcohol in the back seat. It looks like wine and
yes, I'm bringing that from groceries from my house to his house.
All right, ma'am. You You're being placed under arrest for driving on top. You're being placed under keep facing towards my car. You can go ahead and sit up here. I'm gonna reach around and buckle you in.
Okay, so JR pointed this out to me, and I wanted to also point it out to you. In the end of that video, you can see how the cop pulls the seatbelt, and he's so careful to not touch her in any way. I mean, the way that he handled that situation was perfect. He was respectful. He didn't touch her in any type of way, that could be questionable. He handled that perfectly. And to know that he was victimized, potentially victimized with serious charges if he wasn't wearing that camera. Like, that camera provided evidence that he did nothing wrong.
Exactly, you see? So this actually goes to show that in society sometimes we have problems. Yes, we have many victims that actually have these situations, but such kind of victims, false victims, are the ones that actually bring a problem to the system, in that you don't just believe without having evidence. Because what the movement is coming up and stating is that you believe even without having any evidence. It says, because they say people who come out do not actually get believed. Therefore, whenever a woman says that, they have to just go directly and make the arrest and drag the person here and there. But again, that puts a pointing smoking gun with women against men in that case, you see? And in that case, it's a problem that needs to be resolved, because we see that there are a lot of cases such as these where it turns out that the man was falsely accused. And that is why there is need for full evidence before anything. It's not that we don't believe, it's because of people who are not truthful that we need to save men, because men also have a stake in this. You can't just put someone in bars for years without any evidence. That's not very fair. As much as you are protecting the girl child, you should protect the male child as well, in the same way as it is. So now when this evidence came out, the lawyer actually recused himself, saying, no, I did not know this information before, because I got the information that this happened from the boyfriend to the girl. So it seems as though there's a relationship between the guy, the lawyer, and the boyfriend to the girl. And she had told lies, and when he came out, he apologized, saying no one should ever actually accuse another person falsely in such situations, because it actually takes out on people who are truly victimized in such ways. So let's continue watching, and we will finish the video soon.
And the civil rights attorney who helped the accusations go viral, well, he says this body camera footage directly conflicts with what Dixon Cole told his office. In a statement, Lee Merritt says, "It is deeply troubling when innocent parties are falsely accused, and I am truly sorry for any trouble these claims may have caused the officer and his family."
And when Dixon was asked whether she hired the lawyer, she refused and said no, she did not hire the lawyer, because she had nothing to do with the lawyer. He just volunteered himself, which actually took a turn in this case. Let's watch. It's very, very interesting, and quite very, very sad at the same time.
Did you ever hire Lee Merritt?
No.
Did anyone from your family ever retain or hire Lee Merritt?
No.
You know what, I was wrong with running with this information that I received from her boyfriend.
Merritt says he initially heard of the rape allegations from the boyfriend. He has since apologized for his role in publicizing it, but he insists he was Cole's attorney and showed us a text message from her boyfriend authorizing him to speak after he says he met them in person. An extremely detailed play-by-play of the supposed assault that Merritt released on Twitter could only come, he says, from what she recounted.
Things that she told directly to me.
The Ellis County DA isn't pursuing charges against Cole because she never filed an actual complaint. The office did say in a statement that while in custody, she made, quote, detailed false claims about the trooper.
Whose fault is this?
Your fault. Your fault, definitely. Should have said that.
I don't feel like it's anyone's fault. I feel like
lack of accountability. Lack of accountability is what's happening here.
To take accountability on my actions.
During our interview, the woman stopped short of directly apologizing to that trooper, a man thrust into the spotlight for simply doing his job.
First of all, what she said is an oxymoron. She says no one is accountable for this, and she says I should take accountability. There is lack of accountability on her part in the statement that she made earlier before that statement actually. So she's not blaming, she's saying it's no one's fault. In actual sense, it's her fault. Secondly, she says she should take accountability. How is she taking accountability by saying it's no one's fault? Which is a problem in this case, you see. And also, why isn't she being charged? This is an issue many times. Women will go out and they would falsely accuse men of doing despicable things. And later on, after the issue has been found that they were actually lying, there are no charges pressed in most cases, which is very, very sad, you know. Sometimes men go up to years in prison just because of false allegations. And later on, there is no follow-up and there is zero accountability or punishment that's given to the liar in this way. The only way that this would stop is by starting to punish the people that lie about these things, because these are serious allegations and this is destroying people's lives. Imagine you go to jail over something that you did not do, or even spend, let's say, 6 months in there. You have a record. It will become very hard for you to be hired. Some people lose their jobs. Some people lose their contracts and everything else, all because of lies. And when it comes out, it's a lie and they just go scot-free. There should be consequences. And once that happens, there will be a change in the system. But I don't know who is supposed to do that, because it's a judicial system that's supposed to actually implement that. And once that is done, I think things will get better. Let's finish the video now.
Here is one of those advocates.
All of the news media coverage is about this false report, which we know is so incredibly rare, that reinforces to a survivor that, oh my gosh, if I do come forward, I'm not going to be believed, or people are going to say that what happened to me is not significant. That, I think, is the real message, is we want to make sure that we're creating a culture where survivors feel like they can come forward and that they will be believed.
So this advocate is stating that she should not be charged because it will stop real people from actually coming out, because they'll think they will not be believed as well, which doesn't make sense at all. The real victim is Daniel Hubbard, who is the trooper in this case, who would have lost his job, lost his career, everything was at stake just because of this. If he had a family, that would have also been gone as well. You see, that's a real victim. And here she comes as the activist stating that the real issue here is that if the woman is accused or apprehended, the people who actually are really, really victims will be afraid to come out. Really? That's not the case, which is very, very sad. But anyway, I've said a lot about this case, and there's a lot more to say about such cases which happen. But you let me know what you think. Do you think that this woman should have been charged for false accusations? We are told that she wasn't charged because she didn't make a formal statement, but these are just gymnastics, you know, to just avoid that, because normally it doesn't happen. And the advocate said it's a rare thing. It's not a rare thing. It happens a lot. We have a lot of cases that go in that way. So I'm actually very passionate about this subject, because I don't really like people being falsely accused of things they didn't do. So with that having been said, let me not say much. Thank you very much for watching. Kindly do subscribe, follow, share, and most of all, comment in the comment section so that we can discuss also. And the more you do that, the more this channel gets recommended to others, and the more we win. So help me go viral in this case and help a brother out. Thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful day. And this is Maxwell with Z Gambit. Wonderful day, afternoon, and evening. Bye-bye.